understand the stock market. So as a
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no.
Sorry.
If someone else is happy with the way you are, that's when you're at peace. But that actually doesn't matter. What matters is if this is at peace with itself.
Recently started bulking and
Alright, sir.
you will see a little bit of
So
muscle.
the camera angle, sir. Bulking journey, sir.
Movie wanted to make the point that sex education should be there.
It's your mind, it's your body, it's your soul, and when you truly come to terms with that, and you live the life, if you live your life the way you want to, I think that's enough.
What are your thoughts on the law of attraction and manifestation? Alright guys, welcome to our special Q&A episode. You guys had some questions and we are here, the boys are here to answer the questions. So, the first question comes from Lavish. It says, can you discuss something on the lines of, you have two lives, the second one begins when you realize you only have one. I think it's a great quote, you know. I think it's a Bruce Lee quote or something, but I think it's a great quote. What are your opinions on this?
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful, right? You do realize that we have only one life, and whatever we have to do it in this life. And the fact that people don't think about that often and they leave things for later, for tomorrow. You know, I'll do this tomorrow. And they don't realize that maybe they might not be here tomorrow. It has to be now. And whatever you want to get done, you have to get it done today. And, you know, you do. I think when that thought strikes, and when it really, when you really truly understand that you have just one life and whatever has to be done today, that's when I think you can truly start living to your full potential, because you don't leave anything for tomorrow, and whatever you want to start making of yourself, you start today. And that's, I think that I completely agree with that quote. What about you? What do you think?
I completely agree with the quote, and you put it perfectly. Like, the quote even puts it beautifully. When you start living, when you realize you only have this is the life you have. You're not going to have another one like it. This is just all that you have. And you can't keep on regretting about your past and stuff. You just have to start living what's remaining of your life, starting this moment.
It's like a new realization for you, right? Like, this is it. This is the only life I have, and I have to make the most of it.
Yeah.
Beautiful quote.
Beautiful question, Lavish. Gandu, well done.
Acha, this question I really didn't understand. Isliye I'm asking you guys, because I don't know if it's heavy or not, but it comes from Manan. Manan, shout out to you. Your take on solitude being a catalyst to reach inner peace. Solitude being a catalyst to reach inner peace. This took me like 2 minutes to understand the question.
Yeah.
No, I feel it makes a lot of sense. Solitude, if not the main factor, it's, as it puts it, a really important factor when it comes to finding inner peace. Because, yeah, of course, you can find peace while being with other people. It's necessary to find being peace. But if you can't sit alone in a room and be happy with yourself, I don't think you have found peace.
Yeah. I think the fact that solitude refers to, just as he put it perfectly, if it's just you, and if you're still able to be content with just yourself and no one else and nothing else, as he put it perfectly, in a room, in the dark, if you're able to be at peace, I think that's when you've truly achieved a different sense, you've reached a different level, right? Because as he said, like, it's one of the important catalysts of achieving true peace. And I completely agree with that, because people constantly try to seek happiness from outside. They try to seek peace from other people. If someone else is happy with the way you are, that's when you're at peace. But that actually doesn't matter. What matters is if this is at peace with itself, because that is truly when, and
that's true happiness also, I feel.
Yeah, I think that's true happiness, when you made peace with yourself.
Yeah, I think there's a quote there. A man is truly happy when he's able to sit in a dark room, basically, with his own thoughts. Like, if you're able to sit with your own thoughts and have solitude, I think that is when you'll be truly happy. And I think solitude is like people say, ki bhai, you should not be lonely and all. Sometimes you have to go through the lonely chapter. Like, right now we've all been there. We've gone through the lonely chapter. We just, you don't fit in with your old set of friends, but you're also not that capable to fit in with the new set of friends. Yeah. So in that middle chapter, and then it's like but you're trying these new things, you're learning these new skills, and then that is where solitude is so important. And I think, Acha, what is your definition of inner peace?
My definition of inner peace.
As in not definition, but what is your take? What do you think is inner peace? Truly.
I think inner peace, I think it comes from the fact that you truly start to understand that you're born on this planet alone and you're going to die alone someday, and you have to make peace with that. It's your life. You have to live it the way you want to. Don't let others dictate your life. It's your mind, it's your body, it's your soul, and when you truly come to terms with that, and you live the life, if you live your life the way you want to, I think that's inner peace for me.
Put it beautifully.
What is? I know are you agreeing with him, but like, do you have any other alternate takes?
Yeah. Can you repeat the question again?
So your take on solitude being a catalyst to reach inner peace. That is there, yeah, but like, what is your definition? What do you think is inner peace for you? Or when will you achieve inner peace? This is
being content with the way life is at this moment and just accepting it. Not trying to change anything about yourself or the world. Just being content with it. Not just accepting, being happy with the way things are, no matter how screwed up or how good things are. You're just content with it. Ki life aisi hai and it's good that it's this way.
I think what all three of us, like, we heard from feedback also, ki like, we forget being present in the first place. We're all very future oriented, but we forget looking around at the trees, looking at this beautiful greenery you have, and just, like, you seize every moment, like, take advantage of every moment. Just, enjoy it, like, just bathe in it. Alright, third question. Have you guys read the book The Secret by Rhonda O'Brien? And if you have, what are your thoughts on the law of attraction and manifestation?
Ooh. I haven't read the book, but I have a few thoughts. Actually, I'd like you to start a food. I have thoughts on manifestation. I'm quite curious. Guys, you get to know what I did there. Just wait.
So the thing is, I'm not a very big fan of manifestation. I'm not a very big fan of attraction. I do believe that for the people who it works, it works. It's good for you, bro. But don't push it on me so much. Ki bhai tu teko karna chahiye manifest kar. Bro, leave me alone. I will like.
Kar manifest.
I just don't understand. Like, I get what manifesting is, but like, sometimes people just keep on manifesting and they don't do the work. They're just like, oh yeah, I will just pray to the universe कि भाई मेरे को कल 1000 बच्चे हो जाए. There's something which is like, it's impossible.
That is such a bad example of manifestation.
Who has prayed to that? I want to know this person.
But I just don't understand I do understand where they're coming from. But I don't understand, like,
guys, sorry. PG, sorry.
I solely believe that it depends on the work itself. How much ever you believe, how much ever you manifest it, it ultimately boils down to there's this another quote, I'm sorry. It says the magic you're looking for is in the work you're doing, or is in the work you're avoiding.
I'm sorry, but the example you gave now of manifestation, 1000 babies, I can't take my mind off that. And when you saying all of this,
I don't think he realized himself. But no,
I agree.
I mean, I completely agree with the fact that you say now people often manifest certain things in their mind. They're like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get this done, but then they don't act on it.
Yeah.
And we've spoken about this in episode 3, I think, about mental masturbation, or was it episode
3? It was 3.
So in that, I think we had spoken about this very topic, that how people have certain things that they want to achieve in life and they manifest it. Every day they think about it, okay, I'm going to get this done, I'm going to get this done. And in a way, it calms the mind, it channels the mind in the right manner for sure. I think your mindset becomes better because you're starting to believe that you can do it. So your mindset in a way is at least on the right track, but in the end, doesn't matter what you think. You have to act.
Yeah.
In the end, that's what matters, doing.
You can't just think. You can't just keep thinking.
So manifesting is definitely helpful, but is not the sole reason for success. I think it's the first step.
But do you believe?
I believe.
Or do you manifest?
I do manifest.
You do?
I do. To some extent. Wait, hear me out. I don't sit at home saying, okay, I'm gonna get $1 million tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna win $1 million day after. That's not what I do. I think manifesting is if I have, suppose, I'll give a very basic example, bring it back down. Suppose we have a presentation. Now if I'm a bit nervous, even though usually I'm not, but there might be times that I might be nervous for the presentation. So what happens is, if I'm nervous, I'll just take a minute. In my mind, I'm like, okay, it's just a presentation. I can get this done with ease. I'm gonna crack this. I'm gonna ace this. In my mind, I'm saying that constantly, and I calm myself down, and then I do the presentation better. So obviously, I said before the presentation that I'm gonna ace this presentation, and it helped me channel my mind in the right way. So for me, manifestation worked in a certain way, but in the end, I had to present well.
Yeah.
Not just saying, okay, I'm going to ace this presentation and then running out of the class. That's not.
And the fact that you practiced it like 10 times before,
practice
right?
matters
Yeah.
Also. So I think it helps, but it can't be the only reason. What are your thoughts on manifestation?
I think you guys, the things you spoke about, it's more on lines of visual thinking
That's
rather
what I was
than
thinking, yeah.
manifestation.
Yeah.
Because for me, manifestation, how do I phrase this properly? Okay, so when you're manifesting now, you just don't have to say it. You have to put work towards the goal or the thing that you want. You have to be gratitude. You have to be grateful for the thing you have right now, and you have to act in a way that you already have it. Because if you're waiting for, if I want a certain phone or a certain laptop, and I will be happy then, that's just wishful thinking. If you already act like it doesn't matter if I get it or not, I'll be happy regardless. I'm happy with what I have now, and you're still putting your work towards it, towards earning it. I feel that's more in line with manifestation.
Raji, do you not think it will lead to a little bit more of an ego boost? Like, because if you think like, oh yeah, if you believe, I have 10 cars in 10 years and all that stuff, like, you understand what I'm coming from? Like, मैं तो करने वाला हूँ ये, and I'm working towards it. So it'll give you a little bit of an ego, but you have to realize that I think when we're on this path of self-improvement, we're not better than anyone. We're just trying to do what's best for us, right? I understand what you're saying, we're kind of outnumbered in the competition, but in the end, it's not about them, it's about us, right? So what my question is, like, manifestation is good, but what you're saying, won't it like give you more of an ego boost?
I'm not saying ego boost like I already have this car, so I'm not saying that. I'm saying be grateful for what you already have. Don't get.
But how is that? That's what I don't understand. How is that related to manifestation?
It's the secret, as the question says.
Yeah.
In the book, it says so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you read the book. Okay.
I've read the book. I read it long time ago, but
What, you have any thoughts on the book?
yeah, the book is. It's one of the most popular books in the world, I feel. I read it a long time ago, and at that time I was in 9th or 10th grade. I think it was a good book. Not a bad book, but as someone who's starting with the self-help and stuff, it's a good book to start with. There's also a similar book I read, The Power of Subconscious Mind.
Oh yeah, Dr. Joseph.
I think so.
Dr. Joseph.
I don't remember the author.
Yeah, even I forgot.
But yeah, it was on similar lines as well. Because we often forget how powerful our subconscious mind
That is true. That I completely agree.
and the life we are living, though we aren't consciously acting on it, we are subconsciously attracting the stuff that we have.
Yeah. I think that that is something I completely agree with. Subconsciously, if we manifest something, I think the conscious mind, obviously we have to act towards it and everything, but subconsciously, as he said, just by manifesting something on a daily basis, you attract that towards you. You have a higher chance of achieving it. And I know it sounds silly. It's like
No,
magic,
I don't
it's not
disagree with you.
science,
I get it.
But in the back of your mind, like not the mind that you can control, but the subconscious mind, as he said, there is something. There is that attraction. There is.
I understand. But one thing I do, which I love about, I don't know if it's manifestation or not, but one thing I really like about it is the topic of visualization. How you can visualize to achieve a goal, which is something I really understand. I truly believe in. I feel like if you have a concrete battle plan, if you have a visualization towards what you're going to achieve, yeah, it's going to help you towards your goals. But I ultimately believe that the magic is in the work you're avoiding to do.
Completely.
Okay.
Next question.
Next are some weird questions, but okay.
Avoid that fucking.
You know what? So we're filtering that. Okay, we're filtering that.
Come on.
What is the second Goa trip with Rajveer? Please book kar de. What?
The life of Rajveer.
All right. Okay. What are your thoughts on studying abroad? Any pros or cons?
You want to start?
You start.
Okay, I think we had spoken about this in episode 5 about moving abroad and our thoughts on life abroad. This is specifically studying abroad or living abroad?
It's saying studying abroad.
Studying abroad. I think it'll be overlapping with episode 5, so in brief I'll give you it's very much overlapping, but I think what we had spoken about in episode 5 was the fact that we believe that the education system in general might be outdated to what it should be in today's world. Maybe the skills that they're teaching us in schools and colleges might not really help us in the real world as much as it would have helped us 50 years ago. There is no harm in we're not against school or colleges or any education system, but it definitely can improve its ways because the world is evolving and changing on a daily basis, because time is changing so rapidly. I think the skills that we have taught in schools and colleges can also change, and I think from what I personally feel, I might be completely wrong, but what I feel is that abroad, I think they're doing this better than our country. With the fact that they're helping the students evolve in a holistic manner, which is not just the rote memory learning, but also complete development of the student, which is like extracurriculars, which is focusing on sports, focusing on their fitness, focusing on maybe art, drama, also, all of these other things. So a student, if not good in academics, which is just studying, he might excel in something else, and so he might not consider himself as a failure, which in our country, I think it's still slightly lacking, in my opinion. I think we're getting there, we're definitely improving, but I think we might still be behind the other countries, where in our country it's like if you do well in academics, you are considered a winner, and if you're not good at academics, you're considered a loser. And I think that can change, which it's changed abroad, but it's not changed in India. So I hope in our country also they will respect extracurriculars, sports, music, all of this as much as academics. That's my opinion. What about you? What do you think about study?
As you said, like things are changing. They're not fully there yet, but yeah, education systems is zyada, I feel the main issue is about how the society correlates a person's abilities and success, as you said, to their academics. If they score 100 in math, they are more
They're forward. I get it.
Yeah, so it's more about the society. Of course, as we are moving towards better future, I feel things are changing, people are changing, their mindsets are changing, and that's a really good thing. But yeah, there was a study, I don't remember when, there was a research about the happiness quotient or something all across the world, and how it's related to the education systems and what they teach, how they teach. And I feel some European countries,
They ranked higher.
yeah, they ranked higher because of how they treat their students, how relevant what they are teaching is to the industry, their standards, and how much they focus on extracurriculars and just the overall development of the person rather than just their academics or that one exam paper. What are your thoughts about it?
Okay, I do believe that. Okay, first I want to ask you this: would you study abroad, like if given the chance tomorrow?
So I think all three of us have discussed this. We definitely want to do our masters or our future studies abroad.
I would go for it. I mean, honestly, like 100%.
I think all three of us, right?
I do believe that there are cons to studying abroad. Of course, there's also you have a lonely life there. It's fine, but like the pros just outweigh the cons. I mean, you get exposed to a new environment.
Would you like to mention a few pros, like of living abroad, that you think?
I guess first is where you stand. Like, where you are in the social hierarchy, in the educational hierarchy, wherever you are. Like, you think you're attractive in India. Wait till you go abroad. You understand what I'm saying? This is just one aspect. You think you're smart in India. Wait till you go. It exposes you to the larger circle. If you know what I understand.
I think I'd like to counter that point. I think if you're smart in India, you are definitely smart abroad.
So that's not the point I'm saying. I'm saying like we're in a bubble.
Are you saying get out of that bubble, that comfort zone, the thing you have lived in, and go out and see there's more to it?
If you think so, if you've heard of the thing, if you're the smartest in the room, in the room, you're not in the right room.
Fair enough.
I don't think you guys.
Because different metrics also, like different countries have different metrics also to measure it. Like if someone is really good at math, and not just the ratifying part I'm saying, if they are genuinely good at math, for example, and they go to US and stuff, like Asians are damn good at.
But that's the reason, like we're so good at this because we've worked so hard about this, right?
Yeah, our education.
We've given the exams. It gives you an opportunity to like.
That's one of the pros of studying in India.
I think also what we didn't speak about is when it's specifically referring to studying abroad, I think we can speak for ourselves personally. Like the experience you have, not just with studies, but the college experience abroad is far different to the college experience in India.
Dude, अगर एक building है NMIMS की.
I think
No, but it's
not
also-
just the campus life, but there's so much more, dude. Like I think there's a lot more experiences, be it good or bad. I think you have more experiences abroad.
That is true.
It can be good or bad, but I think you're limited in India. Where if you're living, especially if you have a home here, you're too comfortable. You just like, I mean, honestly, personally for me, I didn't see much change from school to college. Like my life, it felt the same. Like 5 hours of school, whatever, 5 hours of college, going, coming home. It's the same thing.
I have not gone outside. I mean,
The thing is, the three of us have studied in India. And we don't know how it is to live in a dorm and all of that. You know, sad life. And our campus is beautiful, guys, but still, nonetheless. we
five
have one of
colleges,
the
bhai.
best-
5 colleges in. Now we're in different colleges. Now we're different buildings. Okay.
Yeah, but still same building.
But yeah.
Okay. Then there's Life of Rajveer Jha. If you want to discuss, I think we'll just avoid.
That will be next episode. Complete 1 hour we need for that, guys. Important episode.
All right. Was the movie OMG2's messaging appropriate?
I haven't watched OMG.
Oh, you haven't watched it? Oh, it's actually a beautiful movie. I mean, I loved it. What do you think?
I'm curious to hear your thoughts. OMG 2.
Okay, as a movie, I would say that the message it delivered was appropriate.
I
Like there's a lot of stigma around masturbation and stuff, especially in our country. The thing is that the plot of the movie in and itself now, they didn't need to involve the messenger of God thing.
really
Yeah, I don't think the story would have
worked without him.
worked without him. It's good, and they capitalized on the fact that it was a sequel of OMG. I feel that character addition was felt like a last moment thing.
But don't you think without the messenger of God thingy, it would just have been a plain old movie on masturbation and not glorifying, but
Not glorifying. Yeah, it would have been too generic. Yeah.
From what I've heard, I think I haven't watched the movie, but what I heard was that apparently
They cut a lot of
apparently they were like in a way normalizing masturbation in schools and stuff.
So the thing is ki, what happened is ki there was this one child who had who was masturbating and a video got viral of him masturbating kind of, and then his father went to court. This is a very a brief summary I'm giving, but this
We're
is
not going into the nitty-gritty
But
details.
in a way he defended him, saying it's normal and it's been written in our books and scriptures and all, and there is no shame in doing it. So the thing is ki a lot of people mistook it for him glorifying masturbation, which is not what he was doing in the first.
The thing is, movie addressed that part, the masturbation in school thing now. The movie wanted to make the point that sex education should be there. And I guess मेरे school में तो था, it was twice, like in 3rd grade as well as 4th
Same
grade.
school. Acha, ऐसे.
Arey, no, like,
4th grade, damn.
yeah.
Damn, really?
Yeah, so it was pretty, because we were going to hit puberty like a couple of years later. So they made us well versed with the fact that 6th mein we hit puberty, na? 13.
Fair enough. I think
No, like
sex education.
8th,
That's
sorry.
what I'm thinking. 3rd se 8th.
Arey, but they had to teach us about good touch, bad touch, all of that.
Yeah, that's true.
And the stigma, the movie basically wanted to say that sex education should be a part of the curriculum and it should be made compulsory in schools. Because the guy was masturbating because he had no idea how to deal with all of that.
And he took the wrong drugs, he took Viagra and all that stuff, which actually affected him a lot. He went to the doctor on.
Yeah, I completely agree with sex education should be a part of compulsory education for students, because obviously most people aren't aware of that until they figure it out themselves, and by then it's like they might end up doing something wrong. But masturbation I'm completely against, and especially masturbation in school, that's
No, the movie said that it was wrong to masturbate in school, but it wasn't something people should feel guilty about.
I think I disagree, but we'll speak about that some other day.
I understand where you're coming from, Aryan, but in a way, there's no shame in. See, this is a very conflicting.
Attention and stuff, I agree.
Yeah, that I totally agree. But then, when you're at that age, when you're in that age of you're trying new stuff out, right?
But I feel one shouldn't feel guilty about
Yeah.
it. If one is, as you say, on the road to a higher path.
He should understand this is not the right thing. He should know in his inherent.
He should.
He should not do it. See, there's no problem in doing it every day, but there's also wait, there is a.
Wait, let me.
This is a good episode, guys.
Wait, hear me out. I think he doing it or not is not the problem. He should be aware of what he's doing. He should completely understand the repercussions of it. If he wants to pursue doing it, that's on him. Obviously, as we spoke about the first question, it's his life. He'll end up doing what he wants. But he should at least be completely aware of what he's doing and what the repercussions of it in the future. That's it. That's what I feel.
All right. Next question.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now we have. Okay. What advice would you give to those who are still finding their purpose in life and who believe that they have
Purpose in life, guys.
that they believe they have no purpose in life yet?
Guys, tune into episode 1, 2, 3, 4.
5 and 6 as well.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Every episode.
Guys, you have the beauty of figuring out.
But
the
we
purpose
should
of life.
rename.
You know what advice I'd give for people who think they don't have a purpose in life? I think is just search for it. Like expose yourself to different avenues, different interests.
Experiences and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's how you start. Like, I think all three of us don't have a solidified purpose in life. That's why we're starting this podcast. We're doing new things. We're trying new stuff so that we can get to it. But if you just be like, "Ki bhai, mere paas purpose nahi, I'll just, I should just get a dog and all that stuff." Then there's no point, na bro. You can't just give up on life like so easily. You have to keep going. You have to, climb that mountain.
I think exploring and finding different, like as he said, exploring different avenues will help you discover your purpose of life. Try to find your skills. Try to find your interests. Try to find what you think you're meant to do on this planet. In the back of our minds, we might have a faint idea, but we might be too afraid to address it because we might think that what if we end up, the fear of failure might prevent us from addressing that, there might be something that you're very good at. There might be something that you think, okay, if I really had the opportunity, I could pursue this and I would be really fucking good at it and I could make a living out of this. Maybe that could be a purpose of life. Explore. Keep on exploring different avenues. That's how you find.
Yeah.
It's not like the three of us know our purpose of life, but as he said, we're trying to get our hands dirty
Search for it,
everywhere,
yeah.
and that's Rajveer sir especially, best example.
Bro, that guy was
Getting his hands dirty in 20 different businesses to find his purpose of life.
But that's how it begins,
That's how it begins, that's how it is. Guys, follow him. You'll know your first step.
I just feel like if you don't...
continue. You also.
I just feel like if we don't start right now, I think it'll be too late until we figure out our purpose. Because I think you can sit in one night and understand the purpose of life, but it'll take years for you to totally achieve it, to understand it thoroughly, to make it solidified in your vision. That's what I believe. What are your thoughts?
I feel, of course, I agree with you guys when it's about the exploring stuff and things. And see, as much as it is on the outside now, it's also a huge part of it is on the inside as well. We always need to look inward because every one of us, I might be getting my hands dirty 21 different side hustle and stuff. But see, the thing is, on the inside, there are inclinations towards certain things. And
As if what you were curious about as a child.
exactly what we were curious about as a child, what I enjoy doing. When you are doing something that you're truly it's somewhere near your purpose in life now, I feel that you enter the flow state automatically. You don't need to go through some techniques or stuff. Of course, you'll have bad days and it's natural. There's also that problem when things don't work out on the first day now. Most of the people feel like, no, this is not my cup of tea. You need to stick with it for some time to... Exactly, patience. A lot of people, I feel, lack that patience to just pursue it for some time and then give up. And it's, as you're right, it will be too late. But I was reading an article, I don't know if it was in the New Yorker or something, but this guy tried 51 different businesses and he's 55 years old. He found his purpose and passion selling eggs, and he made a $500 million business or something out of it.
Wow. Okay.
So just don't give up, keep exploring, but just try to also look on the inside at the same time.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Alright, I think this is the last question. Do you guys have any advice on making money And there's a two-part question. Another question is from someone else, but I'll just include it in this. It says, have you guys thought of investing and crypto? Do you make it part of your investment portfolio?
I think Aryan is the best guy because finance domain.
What was the first question?
What do you guys earn money, and do you guys have any plans of earning money? Like, what are any strategies on earning money?
For me personally, what I would recommend is that if you're a college student, or if you're still studying, if you're not yet earning money, I think the first thing would be to get into investing into equity stocks. Don't do crypto. So as you ask crypto and stuff, at least in our country, I think as of now, investing in crypto, if you're a college student, because crypto is high risk, high reward. If you're investing in crypto, you should be a person who's willing to lose money. You should be a person who has that balance, who has the not just the willingness but also has the capacity to lose money. And if you don't have that yet, then you should stick to investing in equity stocks. And I think it's definitely good to understand the stock market. So as a finance major, I would definitely suggest understand the stock market, understand how to invest from a younger age. And even if it's just with 10,000 rupees also, or just even with 5,000 rupees, start to understand what are the different ways of making wealth in the modern times. Because and obviously there are other ways of earning money quicker and in larger amounts, but start somewhere, right? Because I think as a college student, if you're not yet making money, then the best thing would be to play it safe. Invest your money in a place where you're not risking much, and although the returns will be slightly lesser, I think it's a good start. And crypto definitely it's not something I would recommend for a college student, and not something that I indulge in. I'm just, as of now, not indulging in crypto, sticking to the stuff that I have knowledge about, which is the equity market and also a few alternative investments. Yeah.
Right. I think, okay, I have one last question. It's from me. So,
But do you guys have any thoughts on that? Like,
Yeah.
about the...
I feel I have Naval Ravikant. I keep going back to that guy,
Yeah,
but he has this amazing. It's a podcast, no? How to get rich.
yeah, it's a podcast. It's a one-hour podcast. So you have to listen to it. It's amazing. It's beautiful.
The guy puts it beautifully. You can't get rich by lending out your time. You need to build capital and invest.
Yeah. All right. One question I wanted to ask Aryan specifically. Rajveer, you're also free to answer. But so the thing is, I've recently started bulking, and
Alright, sir.
Alright, sir, you will see a little bit of
So
muscle.
the camera angle, sir. Bulking journey, sir.
So Aryan, I know, like, you got these muscles and all, and I'm asking as a friend, and I want to know, like others will also want to know, what is some bulking tips and some tips to increase and add muscle.
So you basically gaining muscle mass.
Yeah. The diet, the exercise routine, whatever.
See, I would personally recommend. So first of all, I'd like to say that guys, don't take anything additional. You don't need whey protein. You don't need fucking steroids. You don't need all that shit to go and get into your peak physical form. I think I'd start. Are you a vegetarian?
Yeah, vegetarian. I eat eggs though.
Eggs, huh?
I eat.
So I think I'd honestly tell you to increase muscle mass, you have to increase your protein intake, obviously. So you'll have to eat more protein than you usually do. So suppose you're eating an egg a day, you'll have to eat 3 eggs a day. And it's going to really suck in the starting. It's very difficult. I think this is something that I tell people, honestly. Gaining muscle mass is far more difficult than losing weight. I've told this to everyone.
Yeah, it is physically more challenging, for sure.
To increase your weight is far more difficult than losing it. And I feel personally that if you want to start your bulking journey, first of all, in the gym, increase your weight, reduce your reps, and do a higher weight. So what you might be doing is, suppose you're doing a 10 kg each hand for 10-12 reps. Reduce that to 5 reps and make it 16-17 kgs. That's the first thing. So do more weight, less reps in the gym. That's the first thing. Second, increase your protein intake by eggs, by nuts, by banana, whatever. Like, keep increasing your protein intake and measure it on a daily basis. Third, I'd say
Progressive overload?
you'll have to,
Progressive overload?
Yeah,
Progressive overload, yeah.
that also. And for a few days, don't do cardio.
Okay.
Do mainly weight training if you want to bulk up, because cardio leans you up. It makes you, reduces the fat and keeps you lean. But if you want to bulk up, then don't do cardio in the starting.
Okay.
And there's a difference between going in a dirty bulk. Don't get into the dirty bulk. There is a difference. You have to. That's a whole different thing. But if you want to get into that clean bulk, then increase your diet, more weight, less reps, progressive overload, as you said. And yeah, I think just by consistently working out and eating right, you'll get there.
Showing up every day.
You gotta show up, bro. You gotta be that. It's not easy. It's not easy to bulk up and have this great physique. It takes months. You'll do it regularly for a month. Every day you'll do it 2 hours of gymming. You'll not see a change, not 1% change. And you look in the mirror and you'll be like, fuck, it's been a month since I'm doing this and I'm not seeing anything. Fuck this shit. Right? You'll be like, leave it. Don't do that. Just do it, bro. Every day do it.
You just gotta show
You'll get there. Even if it takes a year, you'll get there. That's it. That's all I have to say.
That's a very positive way to end this question and answers. Alright, so thank you all for listening, and we hope you enjoyed it. Send us more questions if you want, write it down in the comments or something, and we will post an Instagram story again, asking you guys to ask us questions again.
Hope we answered your question, guys. All the questions were pretty amazing. We covered like a lot of different
Domains, yeah.
A lot of different domains, and the questions were great. I hope we in some way added some insight. And as he said, we'll keep posting this regularly. So add your questions down. Let us know what topics you'd like us to cover. And yeah,
That's an end. That's a wrap on the productive procrastination Q&A. See you guys next time. Bye bye.